Okay, we're all set.
Fine.
Okay, communications. Anybody been in touch with anybody? Anybody talked with anybody about what's going on?
Um, Cindy,
Go ahead.
I have a communication from Cindy who received an email from Joe at the town, from the town on December 17 last year
Yeah,
regarding the trees that we were uh, contemplating planting along Route 1.
yeah,
And he said that they are using a Mason dump truck to plow the snow in this area, on the sidewalk in this area, and that could very well damage any trees we plant. So he suggested to take a look after a snowstorm to see what it does, what the plowing does. So I went down there and I took a few pictures, but we didn't really have enough snow to make a judgment call on that. So if we have a bigger one, then we can try again and see.
okay, we probably
But
will.
I did notice that I did notice there was a rot on the side of the sidewalk, um, made by the truck, I guess. But I have no idea if that will impact a line of trees or not.
I
Especially if they have to take out the existing trees to plant new ones, then they
absolutely.
would be where the trees are actually. So I don't know what the difference would be.
I'm sure if we
But well, if
we'll
Maureen,
we'll certainly look into that. But I would think if we're going to take out what's there, we're going to put something in that's attractive. I expect probably arborvitaes because those live through everything, except deer. If the deer get them, well, so be it. But I was thinking that maybe I don't remember his name, but I'm sure Cindy would. The gentleman that had come in, oh, a year or so back, that was going to help us with plantings. If
Mhm.
I was talk with Cindy, and if we could get him to recommend what we could put there, that that's his field, and also he probably can get a better price on them for us. So I'll talk with Cindy on that because we definitely got to do something there.
Is that the guy I brought in for a couple of meetings?
It might be Bruce.
Yeah.
I think he was out of Preston.
I don't recall. It was he was the one that did the plannings for like Mystic Marina and things like that. Is that the same guy?
I believe so. I
Oh, okay.
believe so.
Yeah, I have his contact information.
Okay, maybe you could invite him to our next meeting.
Yeah, sure. See if he'll come.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Um, Under communications, I've had several people make mention of Bruce's donation. They like it very much.
Thank
Um,
God. Yeah, good.
so I'm hoping that maybe the beautification committee could do a little sign to put down there, uh, thank, thanking Bruce and uh, mentioning that he's part of the beautification committee. Thought it
Okay.
would be good for both of us. So, okay, anything else under communications? Don't all speak at once. Okay, mural agreement. Um, Cindy and I talked a little bit about the fact that we all want to move forward on the mural, and but we're probably going to need to do an agreement with the gentleman that has offered to work with us on it. I believe his name is Chris from it was at the base.
Jamie
Gene,
Pearson.
you see how good I am with names. Okay, because what we would need to do is we'd actually have to have an agreement so that we could begin we would know what dates he's available to do it, or if he's still willing to do it. And then we would have to proceed with getting the paints that he wants and everything else that's entailed. But we really can't do that till we have an agreement. And I said that I felt that if nothing else, uh, the lady at the bottom of the screen who just disappeared, uh, might, what do they call it? Something of
Are you talking to me?
yeah, I'm talking to you.
Tabitha? Yes. What's up?
I was trying to think, what do you call it when you have like a um, an agreement with somebody, but it's not really a contract. It's
An MOU?
MOU?
Letter of understanding.
yes, yes. That we need to do a letter of understanding, and in order to tighten this up a little bit. And so I wanted to see how everybody felt about doing that. You still there, Nancy? Nancy? Says she's there, but I'm not hearing anything.
Well, I think we need to do something like this, yes,
Yeah.
to be able to proceed, because we will probably need to show something like this to the owner of the building as well.
Right, right.
So,
Because he did say that he would like to meet when we had somebody that was going to do it, and he'd like to be part of the discussion as to what was going to go up. I think
Yeah,
it's pretty.
that's the key right there too. I mean, we can put all kinds of things together with no problem, but we've got to have a theme, what we want to put up there.
Well, I think what we should probably do is do a meeting to just discuss that, because I think we have different ideas of what might be appropriate. Um, I like to go with the history down there in that area,
Yeah.
but of course you have also the new sale that's going to be going up very close to there,
Mm-hmm.
which would kind of lead you to the submarines also. So to me, it's kind of between, do we do something that's historic to the area, or do we do something with the theme of the submarines that are being promoted in the same area?
Yeah, well, that's what his expertise has been heretofore, is the submarine kind of stuff. And I think that's probably pretty non-controversial too, so that would be a good one. Now, there's also a meeting Thursday on murals with the town. I don't know what that's going to be about, but that's the one that they want to put over on the old Fitch Middle School.
Yeah,
The big one and an expensive one. And I don't think they've discussed the theme on that yet, or at least I don't know what it is. So when I find out what that is, I'll let us all know, and maybe we can dovetail something. I don't know. I don't think they'll want to put a submarine over there.
no, I'm sure it'll probably be more something that's just Groton,
Yeah. Hopefully, it won't be political.
Oh, God. I hope not.
But it would be nice to branch out. I mean, we seem to always concentrate on submarine, and I know it's important, but it would be nice to have a little better breadth of things going on. If they're tying in with the history or whatever we can do, but rather than always hammering on the submarine.
Yeah. Maybe 2 submarines, huh?
It's really something. Where I live, I watch them come in and out, and I'll tell you, they've been busy. They've been in and out, in and out, in and out.
so Bruce, the meeting on Thursday, is it on Zoom?
Is it what?
On Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that through the rec department?
I believe it is Parks. I don't have the stuff in front of me here, but
Okay.
it is. It's the it's those guys, and there's one special person that's taking care of it. I think her name is Jessica.
Oh,
know
yeah,
her?
yeah,
You know her? Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know her, Tabitha? Yeah. Okay.
She's like
I mean,
Tabitha. She's
yes.
young, she's bubbly, she's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
If the two of them ever worked in the same department, watch out. It would be unbelievable.
So
But
are they just, Bruce, are they just going to start the discussion on this, or are they going to make a decision?
I just don't know, Lynn. This is the first one that they've done that includes me anyway. I'm just kind of like the guy. I'm like the token artist, I think.
well,
Or
whatever you
artists in residence.
yeah, there you go. If you would share whatever you find, and I will look into it also, so that we'll all
Oh
be
yeah,
aware.
absolutely. Be happy to.
That
And
would
I
be
also
great.
have a meeting down here in DeLand with one of the guys who's the principal in how they put the art, the murals, and the sculpture together down here, because they have it all over town here, murals and all that sort of thing.
Right.
And they work with the town. I think I mentioned they give them a budget every year of $25,000, but most of it is still pretty much volunteer. But I'm going to meet with him. He's a professor over at Stetson University, as it turns out. So I'm kind of anxious to see what I can glean from him.
Wonderful.
So I'll let you all know how that works out too.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That'd be great.
Okay. All right. So we do want to look into. Is there anybody that would be comfortable to kind of do up a rough proposal just to get things started? If we could just ask him if he's got a particular time he's available, and then we could write up an agreement. We've got to see what the cost is and so forth. So if anybody would like to take that on, that would be fine.
Well, I mean, if it's a question of getting a template for MOU, we can find that pretty easily. I don't know what kind of details we want to have in there.
Well, that's what we really kind of need to ask him, because it's our first time doing it. I don't know what they normally put in there. I would think they would commit to a date and commit to an area of cost so that you could go forward with the rest of the plans. The biggest thing is to get him to tell us when he's available in the spring.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe if we just did an email and asking him for availability so that we could write up a proposal to him.
Okay. Or even ask if he has a something that he usually hands to people who he works with, and maybe he has something ready to go.
I think he probably does. Hasn't Cindy worked with him up to this point? Isn't she like the contact person?
Yeah.
Right.
I suggest that maybe we ask her to talk to him. I've talked to him by email a couple of times, but he seems to be a bit reticent to commit to anything.
Yeah.
Because I asked a couple of those questions already, and he said, "Well, we'll talk about it in the spring." So I suggest maybe if Cindy's been our contact person, let her continue with that. She seems to have a pretty good rapport with him.
She also had the question, which I'll be happy to talk to John Bird about it if you want, is that could we sign that letter of understanding, or does John or somebody for the town have to sign it, since we are, using our budgeted money?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, I'll talk to.
Can I just ask who's on the phone that I just promoted?
Yep.
I'm assuming it's Nancy.
Probably Nancy.
Can anyone hear me?
Okay, it's
Yep,
Nancy. Yes,
there
we
you
can
go.
hear you.
Oh my God, well, I can't, I keep getting this message that says invalid address. The address is invalid. And I just, anyway, okay, I can hear you. You can hear me.
Great, great. I got that too. And I'm not sure how I got around it. I finally did, but It's
I
okay.
keep tapping into phone numbers here, so, okay.
All right, well, I'll find out what John thinks is appropriate for us to do. And Tabitha does this all the time, only on bigger projects, but so we could probably tap her brain a little bit too.
Is this anything the town attorney needs to know about?
I'm sorry?
Is this anything we need to run by the town attorney?
No,
I
I think
don't-
we'd be better
I
off if we don't.
I'd rather not get
Yeah,
I'd
don't
rather
do
not get that involved with it. I mean, basically, we have the money in the budget. We'll put into the town, when we've got it all organized, we will present it to the town council, of course. And,
Right.
but we're gonna need to do that letter first to get a commitment from this gentleman. Then we can move forward and do the presentation.
Leanne, why do we
Right.
need to present it to the town council on private property?
As a courtesy, that's all. It's just a
Uh-huh.
courtesy because they supported us with the money to go forward with our activities. So I just think it would be good as just a courtesy.
Okay.
We want their information and, yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, we want them to know what we're doing too, all of the things that we're doing, so they'll support us on other issues, I would think.
Right. So can we, all right.
Is
So
there a letter format? Maybe there is a format for the letter that would be easy to fill in.
well, I'll hunt around and see if I can come up with anything. I would expect, Tabitha, yours is probably very, very complicated when you go out asking for anybody that's interested in a project.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what you're talking about is a pretty simple template. I think Aline mentioned it would be fairly easy to dig that up.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, I can look around and find some templates for that if you want.
that would be
If we
wonderful.
want Cindy to be the contact person with them, I can email that to her and whatever I find, and then she can take it from there.
Great.
This guy I'm going to meet with this week, he might do that too, because
That's
you know
true.
these are big projects down here for the most part, involving pieces of art. So I'm sure they have something. So I'll ask him about that.
Great. All right, we'll have that together for our next meeting. As far as the funding request, I'm not exactly sure what that refers to. Maybe that's for the future year.
Yeah, for
Maybe it refers to the ARP fund money that's coming in. Can we apply for anything?
we
Well,
can
we
certainly
haven't.
apply.
It seems
Most
to me
of
we
the
should.
towns
once the
have a
application-
contact person for those ARPA funds. Do we have a contact person, Tabitha? Are you it? Ah, great. Okay.
Yep. For now, until we're hiring someone to be a full-time
Uh-huh.
ARPA coordinator. But for now I am. And
Because there's a lot of money.
yeah, there's 8.6
available.
million. We're going to be releasing this like budget simulation tool that people can play with and see what money can go where and submit their ideas on that. That's coming up really soon. I'm working with long-term recovery, and then that's going to feed into information for them to be able to allocate budget funding buckets, and then that's going to be a grant application that we're going to release. So that's probably going to come around February.
Oh, great. Wow.
No, wonderful.
Hmm.
You'll
And
keep this.
so I'd prepare like a 1.5-page description on a project where, just link it to COVID and in any way possible.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, we
That
want to
would
get people outdoors, so we need more things for them to be looking at. So if we can probably do that, because everything we do is outside. So I think it would be a natural.
So we could include, for example, the fence. When we took the walk down, and you mentioned that it would be nice to have to either we stretch the fence or we place the fence. that is.
Yeah, if you can link it to recreation. I was thinking public art might be linked to it if you're giving money directly to an artist who's been impacted by COVID.
Mhm.
So it needs to be really specific like that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But
you
this 2023 funding request, that's for the funding from the town, isn't it? It's not ARP money. Is it like we first requested $9,000 last time? They said yes. Is that the same type of request?
not really.
Not really.
The money from the council, that's a separate situation. This is the impact money that's
Yeah,
coming
no,
in.
I understand, but setting aside the ARP money, are we eligible to ask for another type of funding from the town?
Mm-hmm.
So is that under this 2023? The funds will probably fit better there. Because to request money, we have to have some kind of idea of how much we want and for what.
Right.
So,
Well, maybe what we should do is think about what's important for us to do other than this sign. What other things we may have talked about a little bit or envisioned for the very near future, things that we could do. And, then have a meeting where we just talk about things that we feel would be appropriate for our committee, and then put our requests in that way. So we really
I'm
need.
sorry, did I miss something? I'm just curious, and Tabitha, maybe you said something about the ARP money and applying for it. When is that, and what is the process?
That's probably in February. It's not solidified yet. And the process is the long-term recovery committee will review all applications and then forward recommendations to town council.
So is there an application form that's been developed that we can actually look at?
Not yet, no.
Tabitha, would you get that to us when they do?
First thing.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you for being part of our group.
Absolutely. The inside line.
Okay. Let's see. The next thing I think we have is update on Fort Hill Road. Anybody can? I'm not quite sure. What are we doing on Fort Hill Road?
maybe the signage, is there any news on that?
What was that?
Maybe the signage by intersection with 117 and Route 1.
I think it was the planting of the trees going up Fort Hill, wasn't it?
Isn't that where we're trying to block out all the?
Well, I know we wanted to do something probably more in the area of across the street where the sign is going to go at the intersection, and then if we can, going either way with either a nice fence or arborvitaes or something like that to try to make that entrance look a lot more inviting. So, but until we really see that sign, it's kind of hard to move forward. But in the meantime, we can get the recommendations for what we can plant there. And the other thing that we could look into is, they have fencing that you can't see through. It's kind of like slats that run through it. And I know my son has it in his backyard. It doesn't look bad at all. So, there might be some types of fencing. Please go ahead.
I just remembered because I thought you were talking about the intersection of Groton Long Point, but you're talking about the whole. And I talked to Cindy about the right of way there. So maybe that was the conversation.
Could be, okay, which right away? Are we
Um,
talking?
the question was how much can we access behind the back of sidewalk to the like Fort Hill Homes, the subdivision there that has all
Right.
the unsightly stuff going on.
Yeah,
So I think we have more space there than we thought we did. I talked to Bobby Beeman, who's the surveyor for the town, and he pulled up some drawings for me, and I shared them with Cindy. So I think she was going to talk to John Burt about.
okay, okay, fine. We'll put that down for Cindy. Okay.
Who was it? Was it one of you people who cleared up at the very top of Fort Hill where Groton Long Point Road comes out? There were people cleaning up some of the greenery up there where the police sit. Was that?
Cindy and I were there. We were there when the town did the work. Yes, we helped
In
them
front
out.
of the big red house, right? In front of the red house.
Correct. Correct.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yes,
that's all right.
In front of the big red house, right?
Yes.
Yes, it looks so much nicer. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I was looking, we were trying to come up with a good date for a cleanup in April. And I was trying to find the date. I know that they do a lot of cleanups around Earth Day. And
Right.
so we were the Rotary is going to be doing a cleanup of Thomas Road. And we thought that might be a good time for us to do a cleanup as well. And I thought I had the date, and I apologize for the fact that I'm not seeing it. But I'll find out and get it out at the next meeting. But we thought if we planned it early, that we could get more volunteers, and we could make it more so that it's town-wide.
Mm-hmm.
If we've got the Rotary down by the airport, then we can be working on Route 1 and 117 and etc. So are you okay in doing it in conjunction with the Rotary?
Sure.
Okay. Because I want to, once we have a date, I want to, with your approval, send a letter to the Sub Base and the Coast Guard Academy asking for cadets to come
Good
and help us.
idea. Yeah.
Okay.
And we should get the teams from the high school again. Those kids were great.
That was the baseball team?
That was, yeah.
Okay. And also, Grasso Tech has a young, trying to think what they call it, but they have a Rotary Club up there, and I'm sure we could get the kids from the Rotary Club to help us. So if we start early, we could get a good amount of volunteers, and then we could really spread out and do a good job. So
Yep.
we'll work on getting that date set. And the other thing that's on here is fundraising ideas. Again, we'd probably be looking towards some kind of a spring project. I'm trying to think what I saw that the Mystic Garden Club had done, and I thought, God, that would be so easy to do. Now I can't remember. But if you all could think about it and come up with something that we could do a little fundraising in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Now, can anybody think of other things that we've talked about in the past that I could maybe work a little bit on? Edeline's really the one that's been keeping me on track for this meeting, so thank you. Anything else that's buzzing around in anybody's head?
Nope.
Not
right.
really.
All right. Well, that's all right.
I just think of something. At the springtime, the Grasso has a plant sale at their greenhouse. Could we ask them if we provide some seeds to grow something for us so we could use that as a fundraiser?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be happy to call John Grossman. He's the Dean of Students up at the VOTEC. He's a great guy. And I'd be happy to call him and see who I would need to talk to see if we could work that out. And if we can get a positive feeling that they'd like to work with us, then we can say, you know, give them an idea of what we'd like to plant in the spring and provide it and work with them. So I can probably do that.
Because we could ask them if it works out and we were to choose something that is not very commonly grown around here, then we will have something special to offer.
Yeah. What we could do is maybe offer to help them get the word out about their sale. You know, if they help us out over the winter when they're ready to sell, we could work at getting the word out for them a little bit more. Oh, all right. I'll talk to Mr. Grossman and see what he's willing to do. So let me see. What have I given out here? Okay. Tabitha's going to look for a blank for us for the agreement.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. All right. You're right. You're right. It wasn't. It was Adeline. Sorry. Can't read my own notes.
Yeah.
Good thing you're paying attention here.
I own
Yeah.
that. I own that. Okay.
Okay. I know, you know, I swear they call me when I'm tired and they say, would you be willing to do? And I go, oh, yeah. And then later on I go, oh, crap. Why'd I do that? Okay.
Self-preservation is all, you know.
Yeah. All right. I do have one favor. Is there anybody that could watch this meeting again and do the minutes? And Sandy, you know, I'm not.
Sorry. I've been taking minutes the whole time. I should have said. I told Cindy I would.
Oh,
So.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just raise up on that cloud. So Bruce is going to talk with his contacts down there, and we'll try to track down our guy up here.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay. Just trying to go back over my notes. Well, when they come out, I'll look at them.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that anybody has on their mind? It's got to
Give
be
me
like
a date for the next meeting so I can tell this guy when we're going to meet to see if he'll be able to make
I
it.
think it's there. Just 1 second. Next meeting, January 10th. Oh no, that's this one. See, geez, Leanne. Well, it would be a month from today, or close to. Let's see.
Monday again?
I know I'll be doing it from Florida.
Oh yeah? Where are you going to be?
Down in Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. You're over on the West Coast?
Yeah. I think that would be the 14th of February.
That's Valentine's Day. We don't want to do that.
Oh, Mr. Romance.
You bet.
Okay. Well, I'll have to check and see what else is on because there could be, 15th would probably be a council meeting.
Yeah. How about the following Monday?
The 21st.
Yeah.
But don't we have a list of meetings for the year somewhere?
We do.
I'm looking into it right now. I'm Googling. Hold on.
Thank you. Where are you, Bruce?
I'm over in DeLand, which is about 15 miles west of Daytona Beach.
Oh. They used to have a place down there just above Daytona Beach.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
It
Although
is.
it's filling up with people fast.
All of Florida is filling
Oh,
up.
it's unbelievable,
I'm telling you.
really. We
It's
have
gonna-
2,000 houses going up here.
Yeah.
2,000
Yep.
right now. It's just unbelievable.
It's amazing what you can do when you have land.
And
there's
no
plenty of
zoning.
it.
And no
Yeah.
zoning whatsoever. They do whatever. It's just incredible.
Have you ever gone down to see Ave Maria?
I'm familiar with the song, but no.
You know where the casino is in Florida? The Indians have a casino down there.
Oh, down around Kissimmee?
Yeah. There was a gentleman, he has a pizza company. I think it's Domino's. He built the most magnificent church you've ever seen.
Really?
It's just absolutely beautiful. It's worth the trip. And this whole community now has evolved around it. And they did a little downtown area around it. I love it. The pub is the closest thing to the church. But it has everything. And now the housing is just going up and up and up and up. But the church, oh my Lord. It's a Catholic church. I'm not Catholic, but I was very moved when I went into the inside of it. Really beautiful.
Wow.
Guy spent a lot of money. I hope he gets into heaven.
Well, let me tell you, talk about church down here. Last Friday, going downtown here, they had people on every street corner evangelizing. This is another world down here
Yeah.
when it comes to religion. They're pretty serious about it. You better not get in their way.
Yeah. I go to a church down there that is primarily, oh gosh, I can't think what island they're from. And it is so moving because they sing the whole service. It's beautiful. Jamaican. They're Jamaican. And they sing the whole thing. At the end of it, I find myself standing up going, hallelujah. Oh. Well,
The meeting is February 15th, by the way.
February 15th. Thank you very much. Well, now we know when the meeting is. February 15th.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else from anybody? Nancy?
No, that's it. Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to adjourn.
Well, I thank you very much for your time. Cindy will be back here to brighten up the next meeting. And anything that comes to you in between the time, write it down so you will remember like I have to do, and then we can share it with each other.
Okay.
So we're going to sign off at 6:19. That's
Thanks
a
a lot.
record.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you
Thanks,
so
everyone.
much.
Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you.
See you
Good
soon.
to see everybody. Bye-bye.